All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me here at the Atlanta News First Alert Desk. My name is Alan Devlin. It is Thursday, October 5th, and we're getting started into the month of October here. I'm going to walk through some of our top stories for the day, and then following me is going to be Cutter Martin, one of our meteorologists, who's going to talk to you about a big cool down that's coming this weekend, so get ready for that. But before we get into that, I want to start off with one of our top stories today. An APD police officer has been charged with sexual assault of a minor. And this is a story that is still continuing to feed us new developments. This is Officer Anthony Anderson. Now, according to police, they are investigating the officer after reports of some kind of sexual assault with a teenager. And that is the news that we have gotten. This is Officer Anthony L. Anderson. He was taken into custody and booked in the Fulton County Jail on those charges, including violation of oath of office, cruelty to children, aggravated sexual battery, and aggravated sodomy. And this is all corresponding with a single vehicle accident in which he made contact with a 16-year-old driver. This was back on August 2nd. Later that day, the girl went to Gwinnett County officials and told them she had been sexually assaulted by an off-duty Atlanta police officer. Gwinnett County Police and APD began investigating and questioned Anderson on August 11th. The same day APD was informed of the incident. And since those investigations have moved forward, he has now been taken into custody. That is where that stands. You are innocent until proven guilty. But this is something that's going to continue to develop, and we're going to get more word on that trial as it moves forward right here with Atlanta News First, and we'll keep you updated once we get more information. You never want to see anybody that is charged or tasked with protecting and serving, do something like this or be involved in something like this or be behind bars for doing something, making a victim out of the people they are supposed to be protecting. So we're going to keep our eyes on that for sure. Behind that, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about here is a story out of North Atlanta, North Fulton County, I should say, where we've got a situation of some speeding issues that are plaguing the Sandy Springs area, the north side of that perimeter. Now, it's already covered in construction and construction workers, and it's also a place a lot of speeders like to hit the pedal to the metal. They fly through there. If you frequented that area, you know this to be true. Speeding and construction doesn't mix. Adam Murphy was out there today where police were clocking some drivers going upwards of 120 miles an hour.
Traffic moves swiftly up and down Georgia 400, and lately, some drivers have been seen speeding through construction zones.
It's very scary. You may go home, you may not,
Robert Gibson has seen it firsthand. He and his team of construction workers put their lives at risk every day working next to the freeway.
Generally, we have almost close mishaps, like almost every day. People not, paying attention, doing their phone, texting, or putting on lipstick or, makeup and stuff,
Sandy Springs police busted a driver a couple of days ago going 122 miles an hour in a 55 zone with construction workers just feet away.
They got charged with not only the speeding and the super speeder, but reckless driving and went to jail for it.
Atlanta News First spotted several cars speeding through construction zones up and down 400 on Thursday, and police had their radar gun out clocking drivers.
Due to all the heavy congestion and traffic around the 285 and 400 area, folks are tired of being in traffic. And so once they get out of traffic, they're increasing their speeds to dangerous levels, trying to make up for time lost. And
yeah, that's ridiculous. It really is. Basically, people, they aren't really paying attention. They don't care about no caution lights or no crash trucks or no flashing barriers.
So that is a mess, honestly, up there near the perimeter. But you got to understand that is dangerous to construction drivers, it's dangerous to other drivers, and it's dangerous to you if you're behind the wheel. So make sure you're going the speed limit at all times, not just in construction zones, at all times. Last story I want to bring you guys is a crowd favorite. We've got an update on one of Zoo Atlanta's newest members, Willie B. III. Here is some new pictures of the baby gorilla just into the newsroom today. The son of the iconic Willie B. II and Willie B., of course. A trail of gorillas at the Atlanta Zoo. He is growing up big and strong, and he's about to celebrate his half birthday, 6 months of life for Willie B. One more time for Willie B. And the zoo says that he is just in that age where he's really curious and he's nibbling on everything. And once he gets to that, 6 to 8 month period, that's when he'll start eating harder foods and really start getting big and strong, as you know those gorillas get. So we wish the best of luck to Willie B and all that he does. And also, if you didn't know, Zoo Atlanta is about to be the only place in North America where you can see pandas, believe it or not. China is getting most of the pandas back. That is where they are native. And so if you are interested in seeing pandas, you're in luck, because if you're in the metro, you're about to be the only spot you can even see a panda. That's off topic, though. What we're going to do now is roll right into weather as promised. I've got meteorologist Cutter Martin here joining me now, who's going to be able to talk to us a little bit about the weather. And you know what? I've got Patrick Pete's name up here. No, I don't.
We're good.
It doesn't matter. I've got Cutter anyway. So basically, Cutter, it's going to be a world of a difference this coming weekend, right?
Yeah, we're talking cooler air moving in. It's going to drop big time as we get into the weekend, and really, I would say this will be the nicest, most fall-feeling weekend we have had in quite some time. And you can see that there in the 7-day forecast. Temperatures in the upper 60s, lower 70s as we get into the weekend. First alert, not because we're concerned about the risk of severe weather, but there will simply be a significant drop in temperature. You will need to kind of readjust the wardrobe. And keep an eye on the forecast as we get into the weekend, especially if you have hour-by-hour plans that bring you outside in the morning. You need the extra layer for the Sunday morning walk, the Sunday morning run, any activities that you may have going on early Sunday morning in particular. Now that we have talked about the extended portion of the forecast, let's reel it back in, and we're going to walk you hour by hour through the rest of this evening into overnight tonight, because that is when temperatures will remain mild, but the first few showers will move in. So kind of a two-parter here. Initially, more clouds, already have that. More significantly, a few showers overnight tonight and early tomorrow morning. And then we're going to see rain showers back in the first alert forecast as we get into maybe the midnight 2 o'clock time frame on into the wee hours of tomorrow morning. Again, first alert radar right now, not too much going on, but do want to bring your attention up into northern Alabama, back towards Birmingham, into East Tennessee, Central Tennessee, the Nashville area, and there is even more rain back into north and central Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, Tupelo, Mississippi, all the way down to the Gulf Coast, some scattered showers, even stretching back into the lower Rio Grande Valley and Texas. Definitely obvious to see where this boundary is, where this front is setting up. Ahead of it and along it, we have some showers and actually a bit of a secondary front kind of charging down the plains, bringing even cooler, drier, clearer weather behind that initial boundary, the rain chance, and the first little bit of cooler air filtering in. So kind of a two-part process here. Let's walk hour by hour. Forecast including a greater chance of rain overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. And I want to remind you, we're streaming across many platforms right now. If you are watching on AtlantaNewsFirst.com, Roku, Amazon Fire, maybe in the First Alert Weather app, maybe in the Atlanta News First app. All great. If you have any weather questions, comments, concerns, though, YouTube, the place to be. Just search Atlanta News First on YouTube. We're streaming there right now, watching the feed here, just outside of the camera shot. And if you have any weather questions, comments, concerns, if you need clarification on the changes expected this weekend, just go to Atlanta News First on YouTube. Give us a like and a follow. Otis, hello to you. Hopefully your evening is going well. Let me know if you're watching in Metro Atlanta, North Georgia, or from beyond. We often have a mix of folks local and abroad, and willing to chat weather if you have any weather questions outside of the immediate North Georgia area as well. Back to the forecast. Lots of clouds. We already have that. First few showers moving in over the next few hours. Notice how rain increases midnight 2 a.m., though I think in general this is going to be very, very light. And not even all of this reaching the ground. So lots of sprinkles, spotty light rain showers as we get into the wee hours of our Friday morning. This is while most people are sleeping. By the time we get to 5 a.m., we're pretty quiet. Maybe some sprinkles, but not too much going on. Nonetheless, more clouds than sun out the door tomorrow morning. Maybe by mid-morning we see a little bit more of the breaking up of the cloud cover. Not completely sunny, though a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures warming back into the 70s by noon, mid to upper 70s. Some of our warmer spots down towards Macon, Upson County, Forsyth, Georgia, into Putnam County, Lakes Sinclair and Oconee. Temperatures in the upper 70s to near 80. Look at Clayton, though. Noon lunchtime number in the upper 60s. Rome, mid-70s. Roanoke, Alabama, mid-70s. Rain is spotty. Nonetheless, it's there. Front is still to our west, heading into the afternoon. And as long as the dry air remains to the west, as long as that front is to our west, we will see a continued chance of isolated to widely scattered showers out there. Notice how we're going to keep the rain chance going into your Friday evening plan. So this is not a likely rain chance. Not everyone is going to see rain, and I don't think anyone sees significant, substantial kind of dry soil relieving sorts of rain. It'll be a little bit of a nuisance sprinkle and some drizzle and areas of light showers out there. But the duration of the rain chance, it kind of ramps up around midnight, and we won't completely remove the rain chance until maybe 8, 9, 10 o'clock Friday evening at the latest. So it's just going to kind of stick around, but it just won't amount to all that much, and I don't think it's going to have that big of an impact on your Friday plans. Even dinner plans, not a bad idea to have the umbrella. Reminder, First Alert Weather app, also a great tool to have. Just make sure rain alerts are turned on Friday, and you can be alerted to any one of these showers approaching your plans as long as your location settings are set to follow me. Just search Atlanta News First or First Alert Weather in your app or Google Play Store, or if you're watching TV, Atlanta News First, for example, to scan the QR code upper right-hand corner of the screen. With some peaks of sunshine tomorrow, and we're ahead of the front. Those two important facts. We're still going to have, an afternoon warmer than 80, I think, in many spots. Going 81 in Atlanta, slightly cooler than today. 80 in Gainesville. Athens, 84. Rome is 78. Noonan is at 80, so upper 70s, lower 80s. More clouds than sun overall, though I do think there very well could be some peaks of sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Hence getting warmer than 80 degrees. And then the rain chance leaves us later Friday evening, and we're talking a windier, sunnier, much cooler Saturday. So this is a forecast wind gust. Notice how we're back in the yellow by 11 a.m., so breezy mid-morning, and we'll call it, borderline windy as we get into the middle of Saturday afternoon. Winds gusting 25 to 30 pretty easily, sustained over 10 to 15. It'll be cooler, much cooler feeling Saturday with low humidity, sunshine, a stunner of a day. Great day for football. Now, could be a headwind depending on who's playing or which play is going on. Of course, it'll vary through the game. Kentucky at Georgia over in Athens. Tailgating temperatures upper 60s, lower 70s, breezy to windy. Kickoff still breezy to windy, 63 your temperature a little bit later in the day. Winds will come down, though, through the evening, so less and less of a factor, even if maybe for the first quarter or so they are a bit of a factor. Temperature is back in the mid to upper 50s, maybe near 60, kind of on the coolest side of things, could be in the mid-50s. So it'll be a cool Saturday evening. It's going to be very, very nice outside. Get outside and enjoy it. Wear the sweater, wear that UGA gear, the extra layer or two you've been waiting to pull out so far this fall season, because all of our football games up to this point have been, at least relatively mild to warm. Not necessarily the case on our Saturday. It's going to be much cooler across North Georgia and Metro Atlanta. You saw the forecast. Let's bring it into Sunday now. First alert. Yes, the cool air filters in Saturday. You'll start to feel the difference, but the coolest morning appears to be Sunday. Pretty confident in that outlook. So I do think the alert, the heads up, Sunday morning, 40s, light breeze, could feel even colder. Mountains could be in the upper 30s. So that's the change of the wardrobe out there, and just being aware that for Sunday morning church plans, brunch plans, and if you're getting the kiddos outside early Sunday, that extra layer, a good idea. First real taste of chill so far this fall season. The city of Atlanta, we've been fairly mild so far this season. It is very early, though. This is our first real taste. Sticks around a bit, but it does start to warm back up. Mid-70s Monday afternoon, upper 70s, lower 80s Tuesday afternoon, and upper 70s, lower 80s again Wednesday, Thursday. Back just a bit above average as far as our low temperatures. Afternoon numbers right around average. And there are signs that our next more substantial chance of rain may enter the forecast as we get into the latter portion of next week. Just 20% Thursday, but that following Friday, Saturday could see more widespread rain back in the picture. And behind that, another cool down. Kind of getting to the point of the season where we get at least one decent front about every week to maybe 8 or 9 days. We're starting to get into that cycle, so more substantial cool weather is on the way. You just have to get through tomorrow. And, of course, our other warm days. It is Atlanta. It is North Georgia, after all, still sprinkled in as we head deeper into fall. I want to remind you, we are back on Peachtree TV, Atlanta's CW affiliate, at 10 p.m. I'll have the first half. First Alert meteorologist Patrick Pete will have the back half of the hour. And then join him as well. Atlanta News First back on WANF at 11 p.m. You're never more than a few clicks away from the First Alert forecast. In the First Alert Weather app, you can also wake up with the team tomorrow morning. Atlanta News First in the the morning, starting at 4:30 a.m. Get outside and enjoy your Friday. But yes, umbrella not a bad idea. Some spotty showers back in the forecast ahead of much cooler weather this weekend.